Hello, folks. This is Steve AB4L. Nothing in this episode is a promotion nor is a recommendation. I got my special glasses on for this special attempt to reproduce something that happened a few hours ago. So, on Friday evening, I'm always interested to know if there are going to be any contests on ham radio that I can participate in. Now I have two browsers open. Usually I use Chrome preferentially, but this is Firefox. It's up to date. Both are equipped the same way with a certain extension. So I have some tabs. And the one I like to go to with the Firefox browser is called the Contest Calendar. And you see over here there's an 8-day calendar. This details for each contest during an 8-day period starting with yesterday. So it keeps shifting. This guy's been doing it for a long time. So like I do QSO parties. So he's got a separate listing for state QSO parties if you need to look up. So this is the 8-day calendar. The contests, whatever they are listed on the left. And this is the 8-day calendar. And the one I'm interested in, there's the ARRL EME contest. American Radio Relay League, Earth, Moon, Earth contest. Let me say it again. The American Radio Relay League contest called Earth, Moon, Earth. It's for guys that have microwave setups. We have frequency allocations in the microwave region. And what you do is you point your dish at the moon and you send some code. And it goes to the moon, bounces back, and somebody else, pointing at the moon, may hear your signal and you may make a contact. This is off the topic, but since I saw it. When I listen to the guys, like on the RagTube, and there's somebody in Texas who's talking to somebody in Massachusetts, the radio wave from the antenna goes up to the ionosphere and is reflected back down. But the ionosphere is within our atmosphere. It's ionized layer by the sun's UV, ultraviolet. But EME, there's no reflection of microwave. It just goes straight out into space. So a bunch of years ago, a long time ago, they thought it would be interesting to use the moon as the ionosphere and see if microwave guys could hear each other. They don't look this way, they look that way. All right, but on to what I wanted to talk about. CQ Worldwide DX Contest. See, it opens up geographic focus worldwide, participation worldwide, awards worldwide. But there's single sideband, there's FT8, there's radio teletype. These are different communication modes that ham radio operators use. And right now, this weekend, the contest is using CW, which in the old days meant continuous wave, but it means turning your radio signal on and off as International Morse code characters. I'm explaining all this for folks who don't know. So they tell you the different categories of station operations. The usual stuff. So the exchange is the RST. Readability, R. S, 1 to 5. Readability, 1 to 5. S, strength, 1 to 9. Purity of the tone, 1 to 9. Some people have pure sounding carriers and others. All right. So who's putting it on? Who's sponsoring it? This is the CQ. It used to be CQ magazine. When I was a kid. CQ is the magazine for active hams with a focus on the practical. Every article is clearly written and aimed at involving you, the reader, whether it's a story of operating from some exotic location, an article to deepen your understanding of available in both print and digital editions. I used to have CQ magazine reserved for me. There was a store on Main Street that sold newspapers and magazines, and he would hold one aside for me every month. Jones Newsroom. So they're the sponsor. I'm explaining ham radio to you. So I wanted to check it out. And there it is. So that's not the one I was checking that gave me trouble. But the point is, it explains all the rules. And you know now the source of how I knew where to go. Well, here's one called Ham Sprint Contest, SSB. Now that's voice communication, and I never heard of it. And I thought, well, it's Saturday into Sunday. Maybe I could try it. I've never done it. All right, so I demonstrated to you a working version of a typical how I use this. So let's go for this one. Worldwide, participation worldwide, single sideband, not Morse code, all the regular ham bands, And I guess I should have noticed it. Now I'm noticing it. Find the rules at www.hamspiritcontest.com. Now the name of the contest is Ham Spirit Contest, single sideband, 0600 Zulu on November 25th, that's UTC, until, 1 minute short of 24 hours tomorrow. Now watch what happened. Now I know it's going to happen. Because sometimes it does it on one machine, but not. So I'm going to click on Ham Spirit Contest to find the rules, just like I showed you for the CQDX. See what happened? Malwarebytes browser guard website blocked due to Riskware. WirskWare. Website blocked. Now, remember a moment ago I should have noticed and then I would know that it was going to do it here also? Remember I said that? Excuse me. Let me open a new tab. Let me go to contest. Now let me show you. 8-day contest. And I want to show you what I should have noticed. So this website is actually done by, I think, somebody in the United States. Ham Spirit Contest. So we click to see this, and see, I didn't want to disturb the tab where it's blocked. There's the Ham Spirit Contest, but if I'd been smart and less senile, I would have noticed this. UA9 QCQ. That's where you send the logs. HTTPS UA9QCQ.com. Earlier, when this happened, and the Malwarebytes blocked it, said, don't go there, I came over here to make a video to see if it was reproducible. And I can tell you right now, seeing this other URL, I know it's reproducible. Now, I just showed you it is, but I would have known it. And I knew it as I started to talk and tell it to you on this machine. Now, pardon me for running my mind on. I'm showing you how I think. Why would I have known? Why would I have known? I would have known by the prefix. What's the prefix? UA9. UA9 QCQ is somebody's ham radio call sign. UA9 CQC, and then we say QRZ. And he's not on QRZ, but he's on QRZCQ. Pardon me. So let's go there. It's going to show us geographically where it is. I already know it's in Russia, because the U, A, U, C, U, L, prefix was Soviet Union. Unknown old man, they don't know who this is. Asiatic Russia. And that sounds right. In the United States, our traditional call areas, New England was call area 1, New York and New Jersey was call area 2. Those were developed way back, like in the 1920s, earlier. 3 is Maryland, D.C., Pennsylvania. 4 is North Carolina, all the way down to Florida. 5 is Texas, Oklahoma, blah, blah. 6 is California. So, you get the idea? So I think they started UA0 Moscow, St. Petersburg. And if they went across the Soviet Union, dividing into zones, 9 would be somewhere in Asia, almost at the coast. Let's see if that's correct. Here's somebody on QRZ, UA9QC. He's got a page. And all it says is Asiatic Russia. Got it? It's not personalized. You can submit photographs and do a write-up, but it does say Asiatic Russia, not Asiatic Soviet Union. That's old history. Let's see if there's anybody. UA9 CDC on a site called DX Watch. There's his station. It's simple and straightforward. It's not actually any more equipment than I have, except he's actually using a computer and I don't have one there. Now, look at this. What did they do to me? UA9 CDC QSL direct via somebody in England. He manages for this guy G3SWH. Pardon me. He's got his own website. There he is. Pardon me. Hi, my name is Phil Whitechurch, and thanks for visiting my amateur radio QSLing website. Please note that with immediate effect, I will no longer accept QSL requests via the Bureau system. Only requests made by as the Q. Now, see, I'm showing you about ham radio. I've never seen this page before. He's a manager for other foreign stations that may have difficulty dealing with mail. What if you were in the far Arctic of Siberia? What do you think the mail delivery would be like? As the QSL manager for a number of DX stations and DX expeditions, I just put up a video about me trying to work a DXpedition, a group of guys that are somewhere in the Solomon Islands right now. There aren't many radio operators in the Solomon Islands. Most people have no idea where they were, but anybody old enough to remember the Second World War remembers the Solomon Islands and us kicking the Japanese out of there on the way to Japan. And DXpeditions, I firmly believe that even in the 21st century QSL cards, QSL means acknowledgement. A card is a written acknowledgement, your call sign, and the contact information. Continue to be an important part of our hobby of amateur radio. The main purpose of this website is to enable operators to view QSL cards, search the logs of the most, and request hundreds of more than 160 call signs that I currently manage for foreign stations that are in countries or locations that may not have, and besides that, it may cost them an arm and a leg in terms of their own local economy. So he gets their logs and he does these QSL cards on behalf of those people. They authorize it. He's in England, UK. And it's under the Radio Society of Great Britain QSL Bureau. Okay. Let's see where he is. My name is Phil. He got that call sign SWH in 1964. Oh, he's got an American call sign, and he passed the U.S. extra class. I have extra class. And he also holds the call sign AD5YS. Let's see, does he say where he is? I'm just looking. No, he doesn't say. Okay. So I'm giving you a lot of background. This doesn't have any information about where that operator is, where their station is, but it's somewhere in Asiatic Russia. Now, what did clicking on this do? Let's look at it. Now, you've had all this other information. Website blocked due to Riskware. The person sponsoring the contest has an Asiatic Russian call. Are we on good terms with Russia at the current time? The actual website is hs.andys.ru. RU is Russia. And malwarebytes browser guard blocked this page because it may contain malicious. May. Doesn't say that it does. Now, should I click and go through? I can mark it, don't block this again. Do I think it's okay? You never know. But it doesn't say that it does contain malicious activity, it says it may. I've shown it to you from a ham radio standpoint. Let's see if we can do a Google search for that. They have a website. It's called Ham Spirit. Google Search knows about it, which means Google Search went there. Ham Spirit Contest, and then you can see it's in Cyrillic. Let's see what it says. I just copy what's given to me by Google. Copy. I'm going to use my Chrome browser. Pardon me. Go to translate. Paste it in. In English it says, just like that, right before the start of the second stage of the Ham Spirit Contest 2023, we are announcing the results of the CW tour. They can be found here. Sounds like a ham radio site. Now, andys.ru. So the Google search says, is there anything else that's the same? No. Is there anything else that kind of could be? So they've got andy-ru. He's a composer. He's got a YouTube channel. He's in Oregon. Facebook, Andy Rue Foods in Hamburg, New York. And then they become even farther afield, okay? So it knows about it. It's got a cached page. It says it was first indexed by Google in October 2023. I would be more trusting if it said it had known about it for 10 years. So this may be a new contest. more about this page. This is the first time I've done this depth of search on anything. Google can't find much info on other sites to help you learn about this one. Well, we saw that in the search results. This is some screenshot from it. More about the image. All right, this is probably from their webpage. It looks like ham radio. There's some what are known as beams, directional antennas up on towers. And here's a typical now software-defined radio computer screen. But it's only a month old. So is this a new contest? Or has it been going on and they just have a new website? I have no idea. Now, why am I going through this? Partly to show you that ham radio isn't just in the United States, that some of it is very far-flung, and in fact, ham radio in certain kinds of countries is popular, even though the population is because they're so remote that they're using radios anyway to communicate back to get food occasionally delivered, like in Alaska, to drop medicines or groceries occasionally to people that may have a logging farm way the hell out, and it snowed, they can't get through to town, and they deliver medicines and food by Piper Cub. And we're talking about the 1950s. And how do they do that? To buy a different kind of service than CB radios, but like that, or ham radio. Okay? No different in Asiatic Russia. Remote. So what I thought I would do is I would copy this, copy link, and I'm on my Firefox browser with the browser guard, but now I'm going to go to Chrome with the browser guard, and I'm going to put that in and see if it blocks it. Bingo. Okay? Now I'm going to do one more search. Let me see if this takes us anywhere. It seems to be codifying the Riskware. Malwarebytes, April 23rd. Oh, here we go. This is good. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I decided to go a little further. Now, first we're going to look at Malwarebytes, but then we're going to look at Kerski. Riskware. Let's find out what it is. I'm going to learn it while you're learning also. Malwarebytes use the detection name Riskware to apply to a category of programs or applications to put the user at risk in some way. Riskware in general is detection for items that are not strictly malicious, but pose some kind of risk to the user in another way. It's in Russia. Programs might be termed riskware because they violate terms of service of other software and block other application software from being blah, 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 blah. So this is all generalized. It's a vague definition. Let's go to somebody who might be more of an authority on Russian riskware, Kerski. Now, I'm actually going to a Russian site. It's Kerski. Oh, no, it's this service in the United States. Or it's intentionally for the United States. USA, Kerski. Who's Kerski? In case you don't know. Let's see if I can get if I can Kaspersky. He's in Moscow. Black Friday is here. Shop online with complete protection and save. Our solutions come with antivirus, payment security, and a range of privacy and ID protection features to shield everything. They're a competitor to the malwarebytes and to the Microsoft antivirus. They're a Russian antivirus thing. We are a private international cybersecurity company with a holding company domiciled. Oh, I didn't know that. With the holding company. Oh, these are legal structures. Oh, look at what they are avoiding saying. They said we believe in being open, ethical, and transparent in everything. Mission statement. Eugene Kerski, CEO of Kerski. Oh, I like doing this. Managing Director, an Italian named Claudio Martinelli. Lisa Kilpatrick, Gentili, but you see it's North American operations. Why do they have a holding company in the UK to engineer the presentation to the United States? Where is Casare? Where is Kaspersky? They know the question. Oh, that's Kasparov. Where is Kaspersky from? Moscow, Russia. That's what I said before. Wikipedia. We can trust it, right? Oh, this is about Moscow. We don't want that. Kaspersky Lab. Wikipedia. Is a Russian multinational holding company in the UK, U.S. citizens to front the USA.kaspersky.com website, which means there's another one for Russia, another one for China, is a Russian multinational cybersecurity and antivirus provider headquartered in Moscow, Russia. You think Putin likes them? No. Operated by a holding company in the United Kingdom. It was founded in 1997 by Eugene Kerski, Natalia Kerski, and some other people. But Eugene is currently the CEO. Kerski develops and sells antivirus, internet security, password management, endpoint security, and other cybersecurity products. 2020 revenue about $704 million. Annual revenues were down 8% in North America due to U.S. government security concerns. Right? Their headquarters is in Moscow, but the part that deals with me is in the UK. They have regional units in Dubai, Istanbul, London, Mexico City, etc., etc., etc. This is a well-known company, well-known product. Why am I diverging? Well, do you see where a block can take you in the context of ham radio? Understanding what ham radio, why it might be in Asiatic Russia? It's perfectly okay for me to work those stations on the air. The question is, should I go to the website? Do you think they could use me to worm their way into the CIA computers? I'm reading on. This is the first time reading it. I knew about this stuff. Kerski has faced controversy over allegations it has engaged in with the Russian Federation's security service, ties which the company has actively denied. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security banned Kerski products from all government departments in 2017. In October 2017, subsequent reports alleged that hackers working for the Russian government stole confidential, I remember this one. This really broke it open. Stole allegations reporting that alleged that hackers working for the Russian government stole confidential data from the home computer of an American National Security Agency contractor, somebody who went in and fixed up their computers, via Kerski antivirus software. Read it yourself. You notice how I emphasized the use of the word may. Now do you understand why I picked that word out and emphasize to you that they don't say there is, they say there may be? That in fact what Malwarebytes is doing is favoring the recommendations of the United States National Security Agency. And this all started with me just wanting to go and see if it was a contest I might like to join in. Now, I never send a login, so this doesn't matter. I just have to find out how people... These are the rules, and I can't read the rules. I'm not going to read the rules. So I would have to listen on air to see if I could figure out which of those stations, because right now there's a huge CQDX contest with tens of thousands of signals out there literally tens of thousands, participating worldwide, and how would I pick out these jerks? So it's a lost cause. Just having fun, folks. Letting my mind wander a little bit, but brainstorming it and maybe educating you, and I learned some new things too. And with that, this is Steve A.B. Foreo, just loving ham radio, saying see you in 73.